morning. Good morning. How are you? I'm back after a week's holiday. Obviously, we can't say when we're going on holiday because that would be an invitation to burglars. Nobody likes that kind of thing. But we have been extremely lucky to get away for a week in the South Lanarkshire in Scotland. And in case you're thinking, ooh, get you going on holiday all posh. Well, we went back to the same holiday cottage as our last holiday in 2009. But yes, it was lovely to be away, and it's really great to be back and to be able to chat to you. Anyway, news. Oh my goodness. Now, you may have heard about this. If you haven't, then please share this with as many people as possible. ECA have really done something incredibly silly, which is that they have not followed their own rules on read across. Now, top man Alan Ritchie at WSP spotted this Monday, of course, the first day I was away, and he has put it out on LinkedIn, and I'm going to put a link to his LinkedIn article on it, or post on it below this video right now, this very minute, because what they've done is they've taken one substance and they've read across to another. And you might go, why are you bothered about that? That's what they do. Yes, but they haven't followed their own rules, have they? They've taken what's essentially a linear molecule and they've read across to something with a benzene ring on it with a couple of branches. So they're reading across in a way that would be laughed out of court. You know, if we in industry put that forward as a read across, oh God, we would get our backsides kicked up and down the stairs several times. It would not be accepted by, guess who, ECA. So why aren't they following their own rules? And Alan thinks it's because they're trying to cast the net as widely as possible to bring things in for carcinogenicity or reprotox or whatever. But sting in the tail, would you believe it? The substance that they are reading across, doing the read across for, actually has 2 carcinogenicity tests and one first generation reprotox test. And you will be unsurprised to learn that both of these come up as being negative. Is this the reason why ECA are not following their own rules? I don't know, but it is a really, really serious thing. I don't think that ECA understand just how serious it is. If they are not following their own rules on read across when doing their own assessments, in this case on the CORAP procedure, how the hell have they got the sauce, the nerve to actually assess industries? How can we take them seriously for their read across decisions in future? Unless it happens to agree with whatever political thing they want to do. Or are they just so desperate to get as many things onto the SVHC list to keep their numbers up that they don't care? But it is really serious. We have a saying in the UK, what's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. In other words, things need to apply equally. And in this case, it clearly isn't. This is absolutely scandalous, in my view. So like I say, please feel free to share it widely. Oh, right. I will now rant over, calm down slightly. And of course, the main business of the day, reasons to be cheerful. Well, you may have noticed even people like Mike and I who are not interested in football, we are aware there is the Euros competition on at the moment. I mean, only a year late, like our holiday, which we'd actually booked for the previous year and had to wait. So I thought football, beer. So this week is all about the Carlsberg adverts. Now, some of them are amusing. They're not as laugh out loud funny some of the time as other adverts. But I thought I'd start with what is a historic piece of film, really, from Ice Cold and Alex, which is it's a wartime film where plucky Brits are getting across the Sahara away from Rommel's men, and it's actually from the film itself. And yes, they did drink Carlsberg lager, so it's a really nice piece of black and white footage. And then a more typical modern Carlsberg advert called Haircuts. And you may be thinking, well, I'm a bit younger. How did they even say this is probably the finest lager in the world? How did they get to this point? Well, for those of you who haven't really sort of grown up with it as us oldies have, here's one of the earlier ones. And again, while we're thinking about old movies, if you're into old movies, you may recognize the deep and gravelly tones of Orson Welles. That was rubbish, sorry. So, but yes, the giant legend of cinema actually did voiceover efforts. So this is one of the older ones. Of course, none of this means that Carlsberg's any good to drink. I'm not a lager drinker, don't drink a great deal anyway. So I wouldn't know, but I thought it was a good theme to have and that you enjoy these this week. Anyway, that's it. I will stop wittering on. Like I said, feel free to share the information about what's going on at ECHA as widely as possible. By the way, important point, there are some very, very, very good technical people at ECHA, and this is in no way meant to imply that they are not good at their jobs. I'm sure they're very good at their jobs. I think that this is a political decision by other people inside ECHA to overrule their own procedures. And it's almost like we've got two ECHAs these days. We've got the really good tech experts that a lot of us in industry have close links to make sure that we're submitting the right information or whatever, or who are providing us excellent information. Hat tip Heidi Rasakari from the Poison Centres team, for example. And then we have the more secretive bit we're not so involved in industry, who are actually making the rules, setting the agenda, deciding what's going to go onto the SVHC list, whatever, or be considered as a candidate. And that other side of ECHA, the dark side, as it were, that's where the problems seem to be coming from. The denial of evidence for the titanium dioxide scandal, for example, and now this rubbish read across. So, but yes, this needs to get out there. This is a very serious moment. Anyway, have a great day today. I hope to catch up with you again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Bye.